Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. Now, today I'm just gonna be doing a general vlog. I did get some questions around software engineering and how to start a career, how to do well in your career, how to groom yourself, be a better software developer, and how to contribute more value while being compensated well for whatever you are doing in your career, and it's also not just advice, it's just from gonna be from my personal experience, things that I have done that have kind of worked for me, might work for you. I have been in the software industry, I have been in the e-commerce industry for about 4 years now, I'm gonna say, working professionally as a software developer for 3 years, and doing my freelance stuff around e-commerce, digital marketing, SEO, and things like that for about a whole year now. So I have learned a few things, not just technical things, but also soft skills that can help you be a better software developer, be a better designer, or be a better digital professional in general. We live in a digital society now. We communicate socially via our social media platforms and things like that. Back in the day, you might have figured that people are going out showing their work, attending conferences, presenting as a speaker and things like that, and presenting their work to be recognized as an expert in their industry, But things have changed since Corona happened. We don't really meet that often in person and things like that, right? So how do you actually get the word out about your work, get the word out about what you do from day to day, and how do you create value, how do you add value to whoever you are working with? It might be for a company that you are working as a software developer or a designer or e-commerce specialist or whatever it might be. Whatever you do, you could be working that with a company, or you could be having your own freelance company, maybe with other creatives, or you just could be a solopreneur, just doing freelance gigs for different businesses around in your local area or even on the web. And opportunities are just limitless with what we can do, actually, the people that we can connect with. So today I'm going to be touching on all of those things and going to be answering some of the questions that I have received on my Instagram around these topics, right? So yeah, just starting my morning here today. Usually my morning ritual is about 2 to 2.5 hours. I wake up, I freshen up, I do some movement training in the morning, then I meditate. I'm going to be reading a little bit. That's the first thing I do before starting my day, before starting the actual work. Also going to be journaling a little bit, putting my thoughts down, reflecting on yesterday. Once I'm done with that, we will continue with this vlog and we will talk about a few things. So hopefully I can help you gain some insights from my experience and things I have learned from the web and other professionals. Again, software developers, designers, these things apply to everyone. These skills are something we all need to have a better career, to be able to add more value and be more mindful of providing value to our world. Because a lot of times we get caught up in these ideas where we are thinking that I just need to make money, I need to get something for a job, I need to just find a gig and just get paid. That's not the attitude that we want to be working with here. We want to be working from a place of abundance. We want to be working from a place of generosity, we want to be generous with our work. We want to be adding value first, because if you're not adding value, why would anyone pay you money? Even if you're working for a company, you have to provide value. And if you can do that really well, guys, it's no brainer that people would want to work with you. People would want to give you opportunities because you are someone who's who's providing value first, So we'll be talking more about that as well later in this video, right? So I'm gonna get started here and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right. I was just working on my website, new website that I've been working on to share my passion, my work, and the crafts that I actually do for a living. I do get a lot of messages on my Instagram regarding how I go about my career as a software developer, how I go about my business, doing freelance e-commerce development, digital marketing, or custom software development for global brands and athletes, artists, So I got this question on my Instagram from a person. The first question that they asked me was, was how to stay and pursue a long career in the IT industry. So I'm not necessarily IT, but I am a software developer and a multidisciplinary like digital creative, kind of like touching on digital marketing, content creation, and all those good things, working with e-commerce brands. So it kind of does encompass all of these things when he talks about the IT industry. Basically, it's all about understanding your technologies and understanding your workflows and understanding the tools that you need to master, basically, be it software tools, be it programming languages, or whatever you might be working with, not just as an IT person, but also as a software developer, or even if you are a designer or someone like that who is just involved in the software industry, in the IT industry, in whatever fashion you might be providing value in your niche, in your industry, right? So this theme is going to be common: how to pursue a long career. Well, to begin, no matter where have you graduated from, no matter what your background is when it comes to education and things like that, first of all, let me clarify that you don't necessarily need to go to college to get a degree now to work with a global workforce, with like global brands, global companies, because we live in the age of internet, and more companies, especially after COVID and the pandemic, everyone is actually entertaining the idea of like building distributive teams with talent, and like people are hiring talent from all across the world. It doesn't matter if you're working from Asia, if you're working from Australia, or if you're in Europe or the Americas. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you know your craft, as long as you know how to provide value. That's all that's going to matter. At the end of the day, as long as you can do your work, provide value, contribute your value to the team that you're working with the companies that you're working with the brands that you're working with, all that it matters is you understand how to provide value. If you are a software developer, you need to understand how to write code. Not one programming language, not one tool, because like the day and age we live in, you might be at a company working for a company for 2 years and then switching to another company, or even within a company, you might just be working for different clients. I do get a lot of questions: what programming language should I be learning, or what tools, specific tools? People ask me for specific tools. What should they be learning? My answer to that is going to be, guys, do your research. Find the companies that you want to work with. Figure out the technologies, tools, and strategies that you need to learn. Research. Find other people on the internet that are already sharing their work. Now, considering that, I'm also actively trying to engage with people on my social media platforms, be it Instagram, be it again via YouTube, or be it via LinkedIn. As long as I can find people and figure out the tools that other people are using that are already successful in their industry, in their niche, do your research, figure out the tools, and there's already so many free online courses or even paid courses and tutorials that are reasonably well priced for you to be able to, pay some money or even get educated for free on the tools and the software, programming languages, or whatever the case might be in your industry or your craft. As long as you can like identify those tools, learn those tools, and find the companies that you want to work with, and you can communicate to them that you are the person who can add value to their team, who can add value to their product, and who can actually make their customers happy. It doesn't matter where you are geographically, you might be in Asia, it doesn't matter. Companies are hunting for talent that can provide value. And if you are one of those people, you will find work and you will have a long career in IT or whatever the case might be. You will find work and you will be able to charge what you want to charge, how you perceive yourself, the kind of value that you provide. So in short, I want to say there is no secret key to pursuing a long career, because considering myself, I was a software developer. I started as a front-end developer, working for digital marketing companies, digital ad companies and things like that. Then I moved on to become a full-stack software developer, coding on the front end with JavaScript and React, and coding on the back end with Ruby on Rails for an entirely another company. And now I'm working with a company and doing freelance work while building my own business, which is called Digital Creatives, So I'm constantly trying to upgrade my skills. I'm constantly trying to upgrade my work ethic. I'm constantly trying to be a person who can provide the maximum amount of value. And while I'm doing that, I'm also researching the companies around me. Locally, I'm living in Toronto right now. So I'm studying the businesses around me. How are they operating? What are their needs? What kind of people are they already hiring? And all of this information is available available to you, because no matter what company you're trying to work with, they're also actively engaging with their customers, with their future employees, or with their future contractors, you know, and all of their information around tools and technologies are already available on their websites, because they also need to communicate what they're about. And you as a professional can leverage that information to learn what they do, and from that figure out what you need to learn yourself, or what you need to get better at to provide value and showcase to that company or clients that you're trying to work with that you are the person that can solve their problem or can add value to their products and make their customers happy, you know. And this way you can guarantee that you will have a long career, not in just IT, wherever you are working, whatever your niche or whatever your industry might be, you know. So that is one of the questions that I wanted to answer, guys. Keep learning, keep upgrading your skills, and keep researching the industry. You need to know your industry inside out to be able to capitalize on your skills, provide value, and demand the type of compensation that you believe is worth for you. So those are some of the things to keep in mind when it comes to having a long career in whatever industry you might be in, you know. So let's move on to the second question here that this person asked me. How can we groom ourselves with respect to our work and technologies? I already touched quite a bit of it in the first question, but I'm just going to reiterate a few things here, you know. Do your research, first of all. Understand the tools and technologies that you need to be a master of. Practice your craft day in and day out. Wake up with a mission to understand what your industry is about, to understand and learn what tools and technologies you need to be good at, you need to have already mastered, or if you haven't mastered it yet, practice them on a regular basis. Do your own projects, you know. Build case studies, build your website, build a portfolio where you can showcase your work, you know. This is how you groom yourself, because while you're doing all of this work, even when no one is paying you, you are learning so much, because while you're like doing these things, building your website, or even learning tools and technologies either from YouTube or via paid courses online, you know, they're scattered all around the web. You need to be responsible and go find those resources and learn from those, you know. And while you're doing that, you're already building up skills, you know. And then to coming back to how to groom yourself, you need to write down the things that are relevant that you can communicate to the people that you're working with, as to how you provide value, as to how you communicate, and as to how you facilitate production, you know, of their products. You know, it could be software tools, whatever the company or the clients that you're working with, they might be working with, you know. As long as you can communicate all of that stuff to your prospective clients and the companies, you're golden. That's how you groom yourself. And over time, you will get more confident as to how you go about this, you know. Just like me, I'm trying to talk to the camera right now. I wasn't the very best at doing this, you know, starting my YouTube channel, and still to this day, I procrastinate a lot. But over time, I have built up the courage to be able to like talk the way I do now, to be able to like clearly communicate what value I bring to this world, and like the processes and the practices I have built into my routines and my habits to be successful on a regular basis, on a day-to-day basis, because it's really the days that you stack up are going to make you successful, you know. And you need to get better at communicating that value, your work ethic, and the way you manage yourself, because, you know, now we don't live in a day and like age where you were going to be in an office being managed by someone above you, by a manager or a director or someone like that at a company. You might today be working from the comfort of your home, so there's no one really watching you all the time as to what you're working on. So you could just be fooling around the web and not doing anything, but you need to be keeping a watch on yourself, you know, and doing the work. And as long as you can communicate all of this stuff, you know, show your work, this is how you groom yourself, because then people outside of your sphere who you are trying to communicate with, they will be able to tell from your social media platforms like Instagram. I constantly try to share what I'm working on, you know, be it my personal website, be it the project that I'm working on, you know, at the company that I'm working with as a full stack software engineer, or the clients that I'm working with on freelance projects when it comes to e-commerce, Shopify, digital marketing, content creation, copywriting, all of those good things. All of these people that I'm working with can tell from looking at my website, can tell from the things that I'm sharing on my YouTube channel, that can tell from the things that I'm sharing and talking about on my Instagram, that this person knows how to create value. This person is disciplined enough to do their work, and this person puts the companies and the clients they work with first, and they know how to provide value on a consistent basis. And second, they know how to communicate, because when you're doing all of this work, people can already clearly see, because when I'm going to be pushing this video out on my YouTube channel, whoever watches this can already see what I'm talking about. Is my reasoning sound? Whatever I'm talking about, does that make sense? And they can tell all of that from the confidence of my voice, you know? And this is the kind of confidence you need to cultivate. Now, I'm not the best yet. I'm still a lot of times discouraged when it comes to creating content right now, you know, or the new company that I'm working with. A lot of times I still feel discouraged, like looking at the code base and talking to other people as they are like so talented and they do amazing work while I'm still learning like to create value in a new code base and like learning a new programming language, which is Java right now. I have worked with Ruby on Rails in the past, but now I need to groom myself again, you know, in skills and technologies that I'm working with now with a new company, learning their products, learning the team, how do they communicate with each other, what communication tools do they use within the company to facilitate the flow of information, to facilitate the flow of data, so that we can all be on the same page to create amazing products that can enhance our customers' life, you know? And that's the same thing I do with my clients. And you have to groom yourself on a regular basis. It's not that you are just going to put in the work maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or even go to college, because to find work, to find the clients, or to communicate with the companies that I'm working with, or to communicate the value that I can provide, none of those things I learned from college. The only good thing that came from college was my exposure to amazing, talented, and passionate people from all around the world, be it, you know, be it the United States, be it Canada, be it India, be it Nigeria, you know, like people from Africa or Australia. I was surrounded by a group of people who were passionate about what they were doing, and that passion inspired me to do really well in my own personal life. And to this day, I'm constantly searching the web for new people, new mentors that I can learn from, you know, people who are already crushing it in their industry, crushing it in their careers, and they're already sharing the work that they're doing for themselves or for other people, or even the skills that they're learning now. I've come across people who are like 40 years, 50 years old, and they're still learning on a regular basis, still learning from younger people, and still upgrading their skills every single day, still working on how they communicate and express themselves on the internet or even in person when they come around people. This is how you groom yourself, literally, you know? Leverage your social media platforms, follow the people in your industry who are doing good. That's what my social media is about. My Instagram is all about the people I learn from, be it entrepreneurs, be it digital creatives when it comes to like designers, software engineers, content creators, or be it martial artists, athletes, because I'm very passionate about fitness, very passionate about martial arts, very passionate about polyathletics, you know, because I want to train myself in different disciplines of athletics, different disciplines of fitness routines, and different disciplines of martial arts. So I'm constantly following these people to see how they train, how they wake up, what is their routine, you know, how do they communicate with other people. Actually, I learn at least 10 new things every single day from the other people that I follow. And that's what this internet is about. Leverage the internet, guys. Don't just use it for entertainment. Leverage internet to find the useful, relevant information that you can then leverage in your own lifestyle and change your habits, change your behaviors to actually become a professional, you know? And a pro does work every single day. They're either working on themselves or they are working with the clients or the companies or the products that they are contributing value to. But no matter what, a pro is always at work from the day I wake up, you know, from the moment I wake up, you know, in a day, like in the morning, I get to work. I wake up, I freshen up, I do my movement training, I meditate, I do my morning journaling, I read, and then I get to work. Sometimes I get carried away by the distractions on YouTube, by the distractions on social media apps, but I prioritize production over consumption, you know? And I'm on a mission to improve myself every single day, groom myself every single day to be a better professional who creates prolifically on a regular basis, on an everyday basis. That's how you need to understand your craft. That's how you need to understand what you do, you know? And you need to do your job passionately, and you need to communicate that passion to the outside world so that even before someone meets you, even before someone comes to talk to you about a job opportunity, about potential, work opportunity, they already know the value that you can provide. They already know what you do, as a professional, because they can already, research you from your website. They can already research you from your Instagram. They can already research you from your LinkedIn. So keep your, social media up to date as to what you do as a person, what you do as a professional. That's how you groom yourself, guys. That's how you make sure that you get to work the way you want to and the way you want to provide value, and the team and the people that you want to work with. Because if you don't take control of this, you will have to go for shitty jobs that you might not want to work with, that you might not want to do. And that kills creativity and passion. So groom yourself every single day. Work on yourself every single day. Work on your craft and your passion every single day, and communicate that to the outside world via your website, via your social media platforms. Create a YouTube channel. Force yourself to do things that are uncomfortable, and that is only going to help you find more people, attract more people that you want to work with in your life, and show your worth as to what you can add in value to this world. And that's how you groom yourself. That's how you ensure a good career in your life. Okay, the third question they asked was what current all-time needed technologies are. There is no all-time needed technologies. Tools and softwares are being built, and the infrastructure is being changed on a month-to-month basis now. There's new companies coming out with amazing technologies, amazing applications that solve so many variety of problems every single month, every week, almost every day, I'm gonna say even now. That's the pace at which we are moving. That's the pace at which technology and software industry is moving. That's the pace the IT industry is moving, and it's embedded in every other industry, be it the health sector, be it the fitness sector, be it even welding. I used to be an embedded programmer back in the day, as an intern working for a huge industrial company that used to build arc welders, and the technology is changing. So there is no one technology, literally be on the lookout, research your industry, because people who are already sharing their work, they are also going to be talking about the tools and technologies that they leverage to be successful in their craft and in their industry and niche. So learn from them, and that's how you guarantee that you do the work that you enjoy. That's how you guarantee that you are doing the work that you're passionate about, and that's how you guarantee that you're working with the people that you want to work with and on your own terms. So those are the 3 questions that I wanted to answer, in this video, and I'm going to be doing a lot more future videos like this, discussing my experience, discussing how to do better in your career, and I'm going to be answering a lot more questions in the future that I get on my Instagram. So please feel free to reach out to my social media, be it on YouTube. You can leave a comment down below as to what other topics or videos you might me to cover in the future, or you can shoot me a DM, on Instagram, and I would be happy to make those videos for you guys and provide some insights, provide some experience that I've had from working in the software industry, building a business, and working as a freelancer for the past 4 years or so now, and I just want to do my part, because I have consumed so much of other people's content and their advice and their knowledge that I feel it as my obligation now to share their work, combine it with my own experience to help you guys out. So please feel free to reach out to me in whatever format, and I would be happy to guide you. I would be happy to provide some insights and help you on your journey. I want us all to be growing together. I want us all to do well in our lives and create a life of passion and meaning. At the end of the day, that's what matters, that we all are doing the work that we can find joy in, If you're interested in this type of content, guys, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you found some value in this video, please leave a like, because it will really help my channel grow, and it will really help me create more videos and be motivated to share more insights with you guys in the future, If you're still watching, I really appreciate you. I hope I could deliver some value here, and I'm going to catch you in the next video now. All right, have a good one.